Palak Paneer, which is that spinach Indian dish with the cubes of cheese inside. Now tofu is the perfect substitute for paneer cheese because paneer cheese is already so light in flavor, and we're going to marinate it in some nutritional yeast and some lemon juice, so it'll be the perfect substitute, and it is so easy as well. So let's head over to the kitchen and then let's get started.
Okay guys, so I'm going to start off by cutting one package of firm tofu into 3/4 inch blocks that I will be putting in between paper towels and 2 pans just to get rid of some of the water. Afterwards, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice with 3 tablespoons of water, and this is going to be the marinade to make these tofu cubes taste cheesy. This is nutritional yeast, so a lot of vegans know about that. 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and it kind of just tastes like Parmesan cheese, and you can just add that in with about a half a teaspoon of salt or so, and that, along with the lemon juice and everything, toss everything together, will make this mixture taste a lot like cheese. So the tofu will soak up all of the flavors and then also taste like blocks of cheese. So you can put that into the refrigerator overnight or for about 6 hours, after which you want to lay these blocks out on a parchment paper and then set your oven to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you want to bake them for, I'd say, about 20 minutes, and in between you want to be rotating these guys. I know that it's a little bit annoying to do block by block, but you definitely want, I mean, there's still a lot of water in this after the marinade, so you want to kind of get rid of that water and just have that flavor really condensed. So it's okay if those guys get a little bit crunchy for later. So put those in the oven. Meanwhile, you want to prepare that spinach sauce. So you're going to be cutting 1 full onion into small bits and pieces because you want these onions to essentially melt in once they start cooking. So really small dices across first, and then if there's any extra bigger pieces, you can just chop them nicely like that. And then to that, about 3 tablespoons of oil in a medium to medium high heat pan, and I'm just going to put the onions in first and then kind of lower the heat down to medium because I want them to sweat out for about 10 to 15 minutes until they get nice and soft and translucent, but not necessarily with any color on it. After about 10 to 15 minutes, I'm a little bit lazy on this, but a tablespoon of grated ginger. So you can do that with fresh ginger, or if you have something prepared, you can do that too. And then followed by just a couple tablespoons of garlic. So 3 tablespoons of garlic. You can certainly do it with the fresh kind as well. Again, I'm just a tad lazy, so I'm putting all of that in. And of course, garlic burns really quickly, so just make sure to kind of stir that around and make sure that everything is not burned, and you just want to get all 3 of those flavors to mesh together. So you can turn the heat off for that or keep it on really low. You want to put about 10 ounces of spinach, and I'm using frozen spinach right now, and you just want to grind that up just a little bit, a couple pulses depending on how coarse you like your palak paneer to be. I'm taking out about 1/3 of that spinach mixture because I want some pieces of the spinach to be bigger and then some to be a lot smoother. So 1/3 of a cup of water in there just to get this guy really going, and then to have the second kind of half of that mixture nice and smooth. So now I'm going to be adding the rest of the spices to my garlic and onion mixture. So there's actually a fair amount. The actual spices will be listed below, but it's going to be garam masala, there's cumin, there's coriander, there's pepper flakes, lime juice, and everything else. So afterwards, you kind of just want to toast that around for 3 to 4 minutes, just so that you get that nice aroma and the spices kind of really becoming really fragrant. And then afterwards, you want to add about a cup or about a can of diced tomatoes in that. I would say that the original recipe with a can of tomatoes made this palak paneer a little bit tomato heavy for me. It made it a little bit too sour, so for me, I think I would probably take away even half that much. It depends on how much you like that tomato flavor in there. So a little bit of lime juice, chili flakes, and then some salt. And then now I'm going to put in the mixture of spinach that I ground up really well, and then this is the one that I had reserved to the side for kind of bigger chunks of spinach. How pretty does that look? So kind of just stir that all together and make sure that that mixture is mixed with the tomato mixture. And then this is cashew milk. I just mixed a couple teaspoons of cashews with a little bit of water, and I ground it up. You can make it a little bit thicker if you want to. The reason I use that instead of coconut milk is coconut milk tends to have a really strong flavor, and I didn't really want it to affect the spinach flavor in this. So this is what the little cubes end up toasting up into. You can see that they've browned a little bit, yellowed a little bit, and they're kind of crunchy, so don't worry about it. As soon as you put them back into this mixture, you're going to cook it for about 4 to 5 minutes, just until everything comes together. The cubes will have time to kind of reabsorb some of that sauce, and then it will soften up to be a little bit more cheesy again. So this is basically the final product. It's lost some of its greenness as it sits a little bit, but I mixed it with a little bit of naan on the side. You can add a little bit of rice to that, and you guys have a really nice vegan Indian dish. And it really wasn't too hard. I mean, I think making the tofu cubes needed a little bit of time in advance, but actually afterwards everything kind of comes together really quickly. You can do it in the food processor and mix all of the sauces together, and it comes together really nicely. Anyways guys, as usual, I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and if you want to see more recipes like this, please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!